The teacher's old bag. In a small village, near misty Scottish mountains, there stood an old schoolhouse. Its walls were stone. Ivy grew on them. A wooden bell tower sat above. It rang every morning. The school smelled of chalk. It smelled of books. It smelled of stories. Children of Windmere walked up the path each day. The path was cobbled. They wore simple clothes. They carried satchels. Their hearts held questions. They came to learn. The school was special, not just because of the place. It was special because of one teacher, Miss Evelyn Moore. Miss Moore wasn't just a teacher. She made learning magical. Lessons felt alive. Each class was an adventure. She wore warm-colored dresses. In winter, she wore soft shawls. Her silver-gray hair was tied in a bun. Her smile was gentle. Her voice was calm and musical. But most of all, everyone noticed her bag. It was an old leather bag. It was small. It was cracked. The leather had faded. It was once rich brown. Now it looked dusty. The seams were worn. But she carried it every day. Children were curious. What was inside? They told stories. Some said it held magic. Some believed it had talking books. Some imagined maps to secret places. Others thought it was bottomless. At recess, kids made bets. Who could peek inside? But no one succeeded. Miss Moore was careful. She always placed the bag gently. She opened it slowly. Then she took out something interesting. One day, she brought a strange globe. "This is how people once saw the world," she said. Another day, she had a broken watch. She taught about time and how to use it wisely. The children didn't know the bag story. Miss Moore was born in Yorkshire. Her family loved stories. They loved books. When she finished Teachers' College, her father gave her the bag. He made it himself. "Carry more than books," he told her. "Carry dreams." She remembered that forever. She taught in London, then in Brighton, later in Ireland, then in New Zealand, also in Canada. She met many children. She helped them grow. She didn't collect things. She collected memories. She kept drawings. She kept small gifts. She kept thank-you notes. One boy gave her a wooden button. He became a tailor. A girl made a bookmark. She became an author. She kept those treasures in the bag. At last, she came to Windmere. It was a quiet place. Fog hung low. Trees swayed gently. The school was quiet. It needed help. Few children came. The halls were empty. Miss Moore brought life. She turned history into plays. She made math into puzzles. Grammar became poems. Kids laughed. They learned. They felt brave. The school changed. Parents came to school events. Old students visited. Teachers smiled again. The old schoolhouse felt happy. Miss Moore rarely spoke of the bag, but sometimes she used it kindly. One winter day, a boy came cold. He had no coat. He was shaking. Miss Moore opened her bag. She pulled out a wool scarf. "Here," she said. It's yours now." Another day, a shy girl came. She was afraid to speak. Miss Moore gave her a stone. "For courage," she whispered. The girl kept that stone. 4 years. The children believed the bag had magic. Maybe it did. Or maybe Miss Moore was the magic. After 35 years, she announced her retirement. The village felt sad. Who would tell stories now? Who would help children feel brave? On her last day, everyone came. Students came. Parents came. Teachers came. Some brought flowers. Some brought hugs. Miss Moore stood outside the school. The bag was beside her. "Teaching," she said, "isn't just books or tests. It's lighting candles. It's helping others shine." Then she did something unexpected. She opened the bag. She gave each child a gift. A button, a bell, a spoon, a leaf. Each gift meant something. Each came with a letter. "These remind me of what you taught me," she said. Then she put the bag on her desk. She stepped away. "For the next teacher," she said, "to fill with magic." She moved to a cottage by the sea. It was cozy. She wrote books. She helped at the library. She read to children. She got letters. So many letters. One student became a filmmaker. Another a doctor. One became a teacher. The bag stayed in the school. Next year, a new teacher came. His name was Mr. Julian Blake. He was young. He was nervous. He was unsure. On his first day, he saw the bag. It was waiting on the desk. He didn't touch it. He was afraid. After some days, he opened it. Inside, there was a note. "Dear teacher, this bag has held more than supplies. It has held laughter, dreams, fears, and hope. It felt the weight of questions. It felt the joy of answers. Now it's yours. Fill it with stories. With love. E. Moore." Mr. Blake smiled. He added new things. A thank you card. A class photo. A globe puzzle. The bag began to grow. Children still believed in its magic. Teachers added more. A music teacher added a harmonica. A math teacher added number tiles. A young teacher added her own letter. She wrote it on her first day. The bag became heavier, not with weight, but with meaning, with love, with dreams. Children told stories. "It holds secrets," one boy said. "No, it holds courage," said another. "I think it remembers us," said a girl softly. And maybe they were all right. The bag was more than leather, more than stitches. It was a symbol of care, of teaching, of hope, of passing light forward. Sometimes Miss Moore visited. She walked past the school. She heard happy voices. She didn't go in. She wanted teachers to shine. But she smiled. The school was alive. The bag was still there. Her job was done. At home, she had a small bag. It held photos. It held letters. And a stone. The one she gave the shy girl. It reminded her. Even small things give strength. She was not in class. but her spirit remained. In every book read, every question asked, every fear faced, and the bag, it kept growing, with every child, with every teacher, with every story it held, because the magic wasn't in the bag. It was in those who believe in others, and Miss Moore had believed in them all.